Welcome to Political Spanking. Today I want to talk to you about 3 issues: feeding the poor, health care, and Social Security reform. And what I'm going to ask is the churches and congregations in the churches chip in to help feed the poor in our communities, at the soup kitchens, and in the homeless shelters. Churches could grow food on church property to help feed the poor in the communities, the soup kitchens, and the homeless shelters. Congregation members, please volunteer your time to solicit businesses for seeds, fertilizer, greenhouses, tools, or dollars to buy these things. Volunteer your time to plant, harvest, and distribute this food. Remember, Jesus said that whomsoever you help, you've helped me. He's telling us that we're all connected, that we must help each other, especially now when our government can't or won't. Healthcare. As previously mentioned in prior videos, we need to repeal Obamacare. Then reform the tax treatment of health insurance. Put health coverage back into the state's hands, with the federal government only involved to the extent of giving a base guideline. Reform Medicare, Medicaid, and state children's health insurance programs, and finally ask the health insurance companies to make a change themselves. For instance, health insurance companies, start thinking outside the box. Obamacare has that provision that fines companies $2,000 if they don't provide benefits. Well, since it's cheaper for them to just pay the fine for not providing benefits, that knocks people out of having insurance already. This means that you will lose money under Obamacare. Additionally, you lose money when you have to pay for surgeries and medications. Now, you already know the benefit of preventive maintenance. That's why you pay for things like dental cleanings, yearly physicals, and mammograms. What if you took that a step further? Research is indicating that taking HCH, drinking Zango, eating acai berries can prevent several long-term diseases and conditions. Natural medicine should be considered as part of your preventive maintenance program. Since most people would be off the meds and no longer needing surgeries, you could afford to have cheaper premiums whereby everyone could be covered with health insurance. You would make more in sheer volume of customers. The end result would be like winning the lottery as far as profits go, because you would now have millions of people paying premiums and not needing the insurance unless they had an accident. This is a win for big business and the consumer. Pharmacies, well, they could just concentrate on making fever reducers and anesthesia products, mainly things that are needed but don't have serious side effects, and that's a win for everyone. Now, I want to talk to you about Social Security reform. We're being told that you may not get your checks now. Well, right now is 2010. When President Bush was in office, and I'm going to refer to his book and also a USA Today report. In his book, he was talking about taking that on in 2005. He says, Social Security was especially unfair to African Americans because their life expectancy was shorter. Black workers who spent a lifetime paying into Social Security received an average of $21,000 less in benefits than whites of comparable income levels. Personal accounts, which could be passed along to the next generation, would go a long way toward reducing that disparity. On April 28th, I called a primetime press conference to lay out a specific proposal. The plan I embraced was the brainchild of Democrat Robert Posen. His proposal, known as progressive indexing, sets benefits to grow fastest for the poorest Americans and slowest for the wealthiest. This would be a sliding scale for everyone in between. By changing the benefit growth formula, the plan would wipe out the vast majority of the Social Security shortfall. In addition, all Americans would have the opportunity to earn higher returns through personal retirement accounts. I hoped both sides would embrace the proposal. Republicans would be pleased that we could vastly improve the budget outlook without raising taxes. Democrats should have been pleased by a reform that saved Social Security the crown jewel of the New Deal by offering the greatest benefits to the poor, minorities, and the working class, the constituents they claimed to represent. Now, Robert Posen did make a really good plan, but President Bush could not get the backing of the Republicans nor the Democrats. So the plan never happened. USA Today has an article about why my plan to fix Social Security will work. Now, this was posted June 12th, 2005, and it's by Robert Posen. Finally, in President Bush's book, he says, inaction had a cost. He wrote the book in 2009. It says, in the 5 years since I proposed reform, the Social Security crisis has grown more acute. The projected bankruptcy date has moved from 2042 to 2037. The shortfall in Social Security, the cost of fixing the problem, has grown more than $2 trillion since I raised the issue in 2005. That is more than we spent on the war in Iraq, Medicare modernization, and the Troubled Asset Relief Program combined. For anyone concerned about the deficits facing future generations, the failure to reform Social Security ranks among the most expensive missed opportunities of modern times. Now, Robert Posen, in his article, says the baby boomers will start to retire in 2012. By then, it may be too late to fix this shortfall. It's 2011, folks. And already our government is telling us that people may not get their checks. It's a long ways from 2037, don't you think? So I in no way believe that all of this is based on the Social Security being paid out at a higher rate than inflation. There's more to it than that. And until it's proven to me that there's more to it than that, I'm sticking to the belief that they've dipped in somewhere. Now, if they haven't, I'll apologize, but I want to see proof. Even if they didn't, even if this is all there is to it, it needs revamped. If they're already not able or don't want to send those checks in 2011, what is future years going to look like? Are you even going to have a retirement account? And most of us are very familiar with 401ks. This is similar. There's nothing scary about it, and you have more control over your money versus sending it to the federal government and hoping. I'm for this Social Security reform, and I hope they'll dig that plan up and implement it. I'm Catherine Louise Lane, and I would like to hear your opinions on my Facebook page. You'll find it under a strange spelling. It's Kathyrn. Last name Lane. I'll make future videos on other issues, but for today, I hope you'll review these, look this up, and see what you think of the plan, and let me know. Really, when I tell you a vote for me is a voice for you, I mean it. Please comment. Thank you, and God bless.